Hello everyone, YouTube and the entire internet, what's going on? Neon Gray 101 here. Uh, so today I'm going to talk about the news that's been going on and circulating around the internet, which is the Google Manifesto, which is pretty known by now, and which I know everyone has heard about it. And if you haven't heard about the Google Manifesto, I suggest look into the document. Just do a quick Google or DuckDuckGo search, or whichever you use, and just look it up from here. It's pretty much widespread, so I know that everyone is talking about it. So you shouldn't be under a rock on this news right here. Now, in my stance, when I first heard about the news, which the Google Manifesto, pretty much it was revealed that the person that on that pretty much unleashed all this right here, and this is quite interesting. The person that did release this document, he released it not a year, but a month ago before it was released. Funny enough, too, with the Google Manifesto, and the person that released it was by the name of James Damore, that released this document. And why I find this uh, funny enough is that no one no one got to talk about this a month ago, but from there, when it was widespread and that was spread from different communities and different sources on the news, now it's been talked about, and so pretty much it led to his firing for wrong think I should say. And this wrong think right here cost James Damore just different points of views that's pretty much wrong. That's for me, I should say, and it's pretty idiocy right here. And give me 1 second, guys. So yeah, I just had to check on the recording. Anyways, and this wrong thing that put him through, it just led him to his firing, which pretty much it said things that they weren't happy about, and it just goes by, and pretty much it wasn't going by Google's narrative, which is their progressive narrative. I should put it out right there too. So yeah, that's what's been going on, and I know that it may not surprise everyone what's going on too. So, and looking upon this right here too, and I know that making this video will upset Google, but for me, I do not give a shit at this point. And for me, and I personally feel that I should put up on this news and not be bullied about by this per se, because I know that Google has this wrong think right here too, and I know that from where we are right now, we're now in to this point of 1984. Just pretty much this big picture of 1984. So, because if you say something wrong, we're gonna get you out of here too. And for me, it's pretty unheard of for a company that kicks someone just because of their points of views. And I understand that no one no one gets fired just because of a different point of view. And I'm sure that if you end up talking about politics or things that matter on the workplace, I understand. But just because of what he said, uh, didn't contradict their narrative is pretty awful. And for me, where I could say is that, look, this is this is pretty awful, and I read the article, the 10-page document, and to me, I just didn't think there was anything wrong within that page whatsoever that I found bigoted or misogynist what they put it out as. And for me, nothing was even remotely wrong with that document. I thought it was very well written, very well written. and I'm sure it wasn't perfect, but I'd say that I have to say I agreed with that. I very much agreed. And for anyone that thinks differently, who knows? I don't know. But I suggest that you read the full document yourself and put your own perspective behind it. But and that way you can look upon it yourself. So what I could say is that for me, what do I think about his firing? Very wrong still, but to me it was very brave, no doubt. He did a very brave thing, and that I salute James Damore for it too. And now it's now bringing up doors, and now it gives people to think like what kind of company Google is right now too, and that's what many people are gonna have to look into and see. Well, hey, this is pretty awful. I don't know what I should think about Google or if I should work from there. And I know many people are now going to start talking about it. But now again, it's been all over YouTube, and now independent media has talked about it and gone off from here too. And to me, it's this conversation is not going to be far from over because the news is hitting in, and people from the right salute him from it, and then people from the left they salute his firing, which it's kind of weird because if you look at where the left has gone, the left were before they were known to be very like how should I put the left very anti-censorship, because the thing about that is that the left never salute anyone for anyone's firing, which I find fucking disgraceful, whatsoever. And for what he did right there, I don't think anyone should be fired just because of a different point of view. And for me, what it comes down to that if you look at their staff, there's when they say that diversity, they're not talking about diversity of thought. What it means for Google is a diversity of skin tone. Basically, where it comes down to with Google. I mean, they don't give a shit about different points of views, because to me, they do not seem to care if you're the person that is very qualified within the job, and they just want to bring people that is in very different color and different cultures, things like that too. But to me, Google should care about the money. And I know a lot of people are gonna say, well, Google is a private company; they can do whatever the hell they want. This is what contradicts the argument about this too. Thing is though, we're consumers of Google. And the problem about that is that anytime that someone says they can do whatever they want, they shouldn't just go ahead and censor people and do all these things. And that's something it disturbs me to see where Google is going behind it. And for me, in my 2 cents, I think that there was nothing wrong with him. And just to end the video right there, I think what he did was best. At least now people outside of Google can now look at this and say, is this what I want to keep using? Do I want to keep using my Gmail and do it? And I know that many people are protesting behind it, and they're going to start going off and using different services outside of Google. And for me, I'm doing the same thing too, and this is out of protest because of it too. Because I'll say that I was a Google fanboy when I was younger, but for me, not anymore. I'm going to look elsewhere and find different platforms, different email providers, things like that too. Which I already have done one, which I've only looked into one email provider, which is it's based in Switzerland, which is Proton Mail. Reliable, but the storage is very small, however. But I am going to continue on looking to different products, and I'll end up talking about in a different video upon it. Well, anyways, that's about all. Peace, guys.